Oh, Alison Callanan, this is your life. So, Alison, you thought you were here for your toast, but you're not. You're here for this is your life. What we're going to do, every time I say this is your life, you're all going to say so far. So let's go with it. This is your life. So far! Alison Callanan, this is your life. So far! Try again. This is your life. So far! You were born on Thursday the 11th of June 1964 in Leeds Maternity Hospital to your parents, Owen and Mary Dalton, who lived and worked in Leeds. Your parents were from working class backgrounds and worked hard to get on in life. They've been trying hard for children with little success until they were blessed with you and your younger sister Helen in quick succession. They were in their 30s when you arrived. At the age of 4, you were sent to Far Prep School in Headingley, Leeds. This was a private school and your parents worked hard to provide the best education for you. Owen, your father, had started upon a career that would see the family moving several times in quick succession. You would look back on this period as an unsettled time until you put down roots in Tunbridge Wells. At the age of 7, you moved to the Wirral, where you lived for 3 years. You attended Barnston Primary School until you were 10, and when you left there. You started going to Bude at that time for your summer holidays. In fact, you've been to Bude every year since you were 6. At the age of 10, you moved to Preston and lived in a village called Hutton, just outside Preston. You did your last year of primary education at Howick Church of England School, and that's where you did your 11 plus. You then went to Penwortham Girls Grammar School. Penwortham, sorry. And then but in the who is his bloke? And then you moved to Tunbridge Wells at the end of the second year, when your father Owen took up a senior position at the National Bus Company. Your family put down roots in Tunbridge Wells, and you attended the Royal Tunbridge Wells Girls Grammar School, where you finished your schooling. We have someone else here from Tunbridge Wells, your sister Helen. Helen? I believe Helen would like to say some words. Where is Helen? Helen's here. Oh, there she is. Helen, please join us.
Oh, look, she's got 2 drinks.
Jerry,
I am. I just think we're oh, God. Ooh, very exciting.
Look at this.
Okay. Yeah, okay. We moved around a lot when we were children, as Jerry has said, and as Dad progressed in his career. When I was 2, Alison and I shared a bedroom, newly decorated with magic roundabout wallpaper. My artistic flair came out and I drew all over the wall in crayon. We were both quizzed by Mum and told that the guilty party needed to own up. We both stayed quiet. Thankfully, Alison did not tell tales and stuck by me. I was told off by Mum and denied all knowledge and had the threat, wait till your father gets home. I went away, started singing and did it again. I really was in trouble there. And when Dad got home, I received a good old-fashioned smack. Yeah. Alison
didn't do you any harm, did it?
No! Alison never pointed the finger, and she's been a loyal and dependable big sister throughout the years.
Thank you.
I found something about big sisters.
Okay.
I know my older sister loves me because she gives me all her old clothes and has to go out and buy new ones.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. Thank you very much. So, Alison, this is your life. At the age of 15, you get your first taste of working in retail for British Home Stores. You initially started your career on the shop floor in the shoe department. After a while, you were posted to the cash office as a Saturday girl, having been identified as having potential in that line of the business. You were very successful at school until the sixth form. You gained 9 O-levels, grade B and C, but this was to be the highlight of your education. As your A-levels didn't go too well and you decided not to go to university. Your long-time relationship with David ended, which was a hard time for you, but everything happens for a reason, and you decided to start for a career in retail. Through a family friend, you used your fine eye for detail and experience for handling money, and you joined the Sainsbury's Office Management Training Scheme. You worked on a scheme at Tunbridge Store, followed by Forest Hill, living landlady accommodation. Your talent was recognised, and you were soon appointed to Ashford Store as office manager in 1983, where you were to remain for 18 months. During that time, you were required to attend the Essential Management Skills course in Swindon in November 1984. Your life took a fateful turn on that. Some might say for the better, some may disagree. We have someone else from that course here with us today, but he's not going to speak right now. Had he been up here...
I was on my back.
Some people go a long way to avoid speaking. Had he been talking, he'd talked about the banana that I stole off him to give to Alison.
And that is true.
That is true.
Oh.
Anyway, but there we go. Anyway, one thing led to another, and you started seeing Jerry, your future husband, regularly. But in 1985, you went your separate ways for 4 months, following a bitter dispute. David wasn't back on the scene. Yeah, I remember that. Not wanting to swallow his pride and seeking a reconciliation, Jerry had to win the Sainsbury's pool competition to get you back.
Were you the prize?
The event was written up. This could be a film, by the way. The event was written up in Sainsbury's magazine, the JS Journal. He knew you'd be reading. He reached out to you when interviewed after his win. Who knows what would have happened had he not bravely come through the tournament, winning against all the odds. You saw the interview and wrote to Jerry. Together, you decided to give it another go, and you got engaged officially in 1986, and were married in 1988 at St Mark's Church, Tunbridge Wells. I believe we have the best man here with us today. Geraldo Ruffalo, can you join us?
Forza Italia!
Short notes, Jerry.
I know. He wrote it for me. I couldn't memorise it, so I had to write it. Right, okay. I do apologise.
Come on, mate.
It was a beautiful night. It was a beautiful day in Tunbridge Wells. It was a little windy. But right for April.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, Tom?
I've got 5 more pages, Jez.
Both sets of families were there in force.
Yeah.
Jerry and I were dressed up in top hat and tails, and on the way to the wedding, we saw a little pub, and we thought we'll stop and have a little drink. Dutch courage. There weren't any driving licensing rules in those days.
Yes, the
Building 50.
We only had 6 vodkas, you know. That was all right. He said, "Don't drink beer. You'll smell it on you." It was obvious we were going to a wedding, and the locals chatting away to Jerry because we're in our top tails said, "Don't do it, Jerry. Don't do it, Jerry." Anyway. And we were there having a chat with the locals, and Jerry's uncle walks in. Of all the pubs in Tunbridge Wells, he chooses that one with his two aunties, and they were nuns, so it was a bit of a surprise. Well, they're Catholics, they drink, don't they? So.
Sorry, anybody out there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a coincidence.
So, can you read
I'll read this. Anyway, the locals could not persuade Jerry not to marry, and 26 years of happy marriage followed afterwards, and 4 children. So what can you say? Well done, Jerry.
Okay then, Alison.
That's why he's the best man. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Anyway, thank you very much, Jerry. Anyway, Alison Callanan, this is your life. You initially set up home together in a flat above a shop in Queensbury, northwest of London. In 1989, you moved to a 3-bedroom house in Newton Road, Harrow Weald, where you were very happy. Kieran arrived in 1990. Amy came along in 1991, but that was a very mixed year for the family. The joyful arrival of Amy was tempered with the loss of Mother Rose. We also lost our good friend Sean and cousin Sean in a tragic road accident. But a small consolation is that with the gain of Amy, some of Grandma Rose lives on. Alice arrived in 1994 and Connor in 1995. Family planning had gone out the window, but happy years lay ahead. You had a number of busy years balancing the books as you raised a young family on your part-time wages and Jerry's salary, both from Sainsbury's, of course. In 1996, you moved to Pinewood Close into a property with enough space for a growing family. And Alison, you've adapted really well to being part of the Callanan clan. And I think we've got another member of the clan here to say a few words. Auntie Jackie, are you here? Jackie? Oh, there she is.
I've memorised it. Right, so Alison. I haven't got a sister, but I have, because I've got Alison. She's been absolutely amazing. She's been so supportive. She tells me when I'm doing things wrong. She's just amazing. I've got a little story to tell about her that just sort of describes how she is, what our relationship's like. It was the 19th of December 1991 and I had just moved house. I didn't have a phone, so I stopped at the phone box to give her a call, see if everything was all right, because number 2 was on the way. Called up, it was about 6 o'clock, and this is in the days before mobile phones, and said, "You all right?" She went, "No." And I said, "What's the matter?" She said, "I think the baby's on its way." I said, "Where's Jerry?" She said, "I don't know." "Where's your mum and dad?" "They're on their way. They left about half an hour ago." I said, "Do you want me to come round?" "Yeah, if you could come round." So anyway, I went round. And there she is, organising everything. She's got Kieran in the corner, getting him dressed. She's giving me instructions, and every now and again she goes, "Oh," and then she carries on. So anyway, at this point I'm 5 months pregnant, so Jerry finally turned up, off they went, and Amy was born about an hour later. About, I don't know, a year, 2 years on, we were talking about labour and etc. And I said, "Oh yeah," I said, "You had a really easy labour with Amy." She went, "No, it was bloody awful." I said, "But you didn't seem to be in much pain." She said, "I was in absolute agony, but I didn't want to scare the life out of you, so I pretended there was nothing going on."
You were pregnant? I mean, I'm not going to tell you.
Because I was thinking, God, this is great. And I was an hour beforehand. And like, this will be amazing. So she's been absolutely amazing. I didn't have a mum around when my 2 were born, but she stepped up and, told me what to do, what not to do. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Jackie. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jackie. So, Alison Callanan, this is your life. It's a long life with many years. Jerry and you moved the family to Cairo in 1999 as Jerry moved to a role looking after Sainsbury's supermarkets in Egypt. The family enjoyed their time there and moved back in 2001. In 2001, you lost your mother Mary, but you were back in the country to support Erwin at that difficult time. While some of the time in Egypt was tough bringing up a young family, you also gained some friends for life. You and your friends meet regularly, and we have many of them here today from Egypt. Actually, there's one of them in the audience who wants to come and say a few words. And I believe Liz, Liz, over here come Liz. Come and say a few words about Alison and the group.
No, I might be a bit emotional, so you've got to just bear with me, and I apologise for the state of the...
I apologise for that.
Anyway, and I need these now, ageing. Anyway, I first met Alison 15 years ago in Maddie, a Cairo suburb, at the school drop-off. My first glimpse of her was when I saw her organising all 4 Callanan kids out of the car and keeping the driver in check. For a young blonde woman, she was certainly no bimbo. She was in charge. We got on from our first meeting and soon made friends with the ladies, not all of whom can be here tonight, who formed the Egypt Club, and we now get together twice a year. This is our 13th reunion year. Anyway, this is before us. The 5 of us